Disclaimer: the views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host or guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Broadcasting beyond borders, the message of the truest tribe of coaching entrepreneurs and independent service providers from the Philippines. This is Coach Shaun de Joya for Integrate, now on season 2 here at Think Talk Broadcast, the flagship community project of coaching Think Talk speakers from Life Coach Philippines and members of Coach A coaching community. This is going to be a special episode for season 2. We are now on our final episode here at Integrate, and I've interviewed 12 men who have gone through life and work adversities, and they have overcome them in so many ways, so many stories, so many powerful wisdom that I want to share to you. I want to highlight to you and help you out on how you can solve the problems that they have experienced and maybe you're experiencing in your workplace and also in your life. And these are the people that decided to take control of the driver's seat of your life and get the support that they need for them to be able to move forward. What I'm going to teach with you and share with you are the key highlights of the 12 episodes from all of the men out there of navigating through a tough environment and really overcome it. I'll be back shortly as I share with you the 12 key highlights. And after this is Integrate. Outwitting our problems with wisdom. Welcome to the live streaming of Integrate every Saturday at 10:30 p.m. In this show, I want to help married men out there who are going through life transitions. For the past 2 seasons, I've been helping you out and I've been interviewing men so that you can learn from them. You can understand how they think, how they respond, and how they're able to navigate through life adversity so that they can start overcoming it and working on it. And these are all of the wisdoms that they've shared, the knowledge that they've shared, and the things that they've experienced so that you can be equipped on how you can move forward with your life and also in your work. The show showcases the stories of men who took control of the driver's seats of their life by developing strategies and tactics, integrating them. I believe in the word integration, and I believe that that's something we all need to start really putting in our time, our effort, and even our resources to start getting everything together rather than really just focusing on work-life balance, which leads to dissatisfaction. You and me and every one of us have experiences, talents, and skills that we can utilize to model that, which allows you to respond positively through the emotions associated with adversity. As men, we also experience emotions. At times, a lot of people would feel, and a lot of society and the stereotypes would dictate that emotions is something that we need to hold. We need not to share that with other people or highlight that or express that. But the reality is, as men, in every adversity, there are emotions associated to this. And what I'm teaching you here is helping you out, utilize this to respond positively when you experience the emotion, especially during the times of adversity. Think about your work, your finances, your relationship, your marriage, your business, and also a disability that you have navigated through it. Every one of us, men and women and kids alike, we experience fear, we experience sadness, we experience disgust and anger. And as I continue along and working on that and understanding how all of these things affect us, it allows us to be more intentional about how we're behaving and how we're taking action. Broadcasting beyond borders of Pasig City on the 29th of the year or of October in the year 2022. I am Life Coach Shaun de Joya. I am a professional certified life and mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. I'm a Master Coach Apprentice of Master Coach A. I'm a public speaker, a coaching entrepreneur, a mental model collector, a husband, and a father. And currently, I empower people to be mentally fit so that they can stay inspired to live a more meaningful and fulfilled life. I believe that one of the biggest challenges of every human being in this world is understanding how their total experience is really shifting or influencing the way that they live their life right now. And as you understand that and integrate your past to your present to create your future, it just makes the journey far, far better. Our mission here at TikTok Broadcast is to get closer to our kindred and serve better our coaching tribe. And we envision to be the go to network for content creation uh, that connects with the mind, the heart, and the soul through the platform of life coaching. And by serving in the digital space, the change that I want to see and I'm constantly, moving forward and helping people out is to stop generational trends. And that's the reason why I share to you the stories of men out there to share with you wisdom so that you can get that education from them through lessons of adversity so that you are able to think better, feel better, and respond better. In this episode, let's reflect on the 12 episodes of Integrate and highlight 12 wisdom from men in the workforce. 12 people, 12 men successful in their own rights, in their own way, that have gone through tough times, but they're able to overcome and still working on that so that they can live a better life for themselves and also and their family. This is the final episode of season 2, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how you can use the wisdom that I will highlight to you from 12 men out there so that you can solve complex problems and make that simple using the wisdom wheel mental model. But first, let me share with you the highlights for each episode, starting with my first episode with Neo Samson. So I'm gonna share with you a video. Let's have a conversation. And one of the things that I want to highlight here on my season 1 with Neo Samson is who are the greatest influencers that we have in our life. Many of us go through challenges in our life, and we are able to navigate through this because there are other people or people in our space that we're able to connect with, we're able to work on, we're able to get the wisdom and nuggets in there. And I'm going to share to you a highlight of the influencer that he has that made him very successful in his career. Take a look at this video.
You make me reflect with that question because I think when I look back as I was a kid, I mean, at that time, I couldn't really say that it was something that was profound, and it was impacting me, and I was very conscious about it. But as I grew up, I started to realize a lot of examples coming from within the home, within my own family, that made me that made me probably realize or think about what it meant to help other people. I had so many examples growing up, like my dad, pardon the term, like somebody, a boy or a child, a local street urchin, probably selling stuff on the out in the streets. And then my father would take him home. My dad would take him home, and he would sleep with us, wear our same clothes for a few days at a time. My grandmother, which who we fondly call nanay, complete stranger. Sometimes aalagaan niya yung anak, or for years on end. So, and
Wow.
then we're not rich. When I give these examples, it's not like we had a mansion. It's not like we had a centralized AC unit for the house. We're living in probably a four wall, very small studio type kind of deal in the province.
Mm-mm.
And to know that we didn't have that much to share, and then my mother, to be able to uh, single-handedly for a good portion of my growing up years, really take care of me and my brother on her own, during the time that my dad and her were going through certain things. All these
Mm-mm.
examples gave me an opportunity to look back and then say, now, at that time, di man ako conscious eh. Pero now I look back and feel like maybe it wasn't the comic books. Maybe it wasn't the Superman character. Maybe I
Yeah.
romanticized it, and put a cape on it, put an S on the chest. But at the end of the day, those examples really made me probably associate what meaningful life is. Be
Yeah.
able to be of service to other people.
And I want to highlight that what Neo has shared to you on the value of really connecting with who you are and how things are in your life. In many ways, one of the biggest challenges of us is understanding where our influencers are and who are the people that influence us. And one of the things that he shared a while ago is the influence of the parents. There are some things that we are doing in our life, some things that we're doing in our experiences, something that we're doing in our work and even in our relationship, in the good things and also the bad things, those are influenced by our parents, influenced by our caretakers. So if you take a look at that, and what Neo was highlighting a while ago is because he calls himself Superman. He sees himself as Superman, which is I can totally relate with because that's something that I see myself as well. But that is where the pure value of it, because when you understand where your mindset is, where your perspective is, where the way that you see the world is comes from, then it makes you be more intentional about the things that you do in your lifetime. You're not doing it because it's just connected, that you read through it, you watch something, and you kind of got something in there. But every experience that we have, every values that we've kept, every beliefs that we have, that's always associated to an experience that we have from our parents or our caretaker. So take a look at the experiences that you have in your life right now. The behaviors that you have, the successes, the failures that you have. How are your parents and caretaker influence you? Because the more you understand this, the better it is for you to be able to respond better in the future. So I hope you're able to get some wisdom and nuggets in there. You're able to share some understanding of how things are, and my hope that in everything that you do moving forward, you're more intentional about how your parents have influenced you and have
To other
influenced
people.
you moving forward. So next is from my episode 2, Gary Crisostomo, and I've asked him, and he's highlighted what legacy do he wants to leave behind his children. So take a look at this.
Always love your family. Chanel, Pace. Uh, Yun yung lagi ko sinasabi sa inyo na kumbaga mahalin natin ang ating mga pamilya. Kasi syempre, as a person, family will always be there whenever you need them. Imposible na kumbaga ang pamilya ay pababayaan ka, hindi ka tutulungan. Gagabayan, bibigyan ng payo. And always uh, show your love to your family members. And uh, huwag kayong mawawala ng communication sa pamilya. Kahit papaano hanggat maaari, kahit saglit na panahon o oras lang yan, magkaroon ka ng time to be with your family, talk to them.
Yan. Love and communication in the family, something that Gary has highlighted in that. And I think for many of us, if we think about it, the things that we're doing and the legacy that we leave behind is really, it's not really the things that we leave behind that's critical in living a legacy. It's more of what is the experiences that you're allowing your children, allowing your parents, allowing your loved ones, your brother, your sister to experience. Kasi yan yung mga bagay, and I've shared this multiple times with people on the value of experiences, because we tend to focus too much on what this world, the society is saying of what success means. But in reality is the reason why we do what we do in the first place is not because of the material things that you will give, but it's rather the experiences that you have with your relationship. So for you, who's someone currently working on a lot of different things, so maybe you're someone who is currently the go-to person or the go-to family member of your parents or your brothers and sister. This a lot of people have gone through that, in which they're trying to raise the family, they're trying to or working on putting the family into higher financial status, and you feel that that is putting some burden in you, remind yourself, okay, when I'm doing this, how am I influencing my family? How am I influencing the experiences? How am I influencing um, the next generation on what I'm doing? And it's something to be mindful of. It's something that we need to start taking a look at how that's navigating our how we're navigating through life, so that in the future when we respond, we know that, hey, I'm doing this because I want to be able to empower my loved ones, for them to be able to do their thing on their own. I want to be able to create something for them, so that it can allow them to be independent on the way that they live their life. There's a bunch of reason in there, and as you continue to navigate, think about it. What is the legacy that you want to leave behind, as a father, as a mom, as a brother, a sister, and even as a friend? What kind of legacy are you leaving behind to your family and also to your friends? All right. Episode number 2, I've interviewed Mike Garcia, and one of the things that we've talked about, and I'm going to highlight to you, is his passion for something that you have. That the important thing is you need to acknowledge what is it that you have in your life right now. Take a look at this.
Actually, basketball.
Basketball.
Kasi nung last time, naaawa ko dun sa mga players na masasabi nating pulpo, mga hindi magaling. Hindi mo ako makagalingan, pero I taught them basic skills. Sabi ko, ganito.
Yeah.
So doon ko na, hindi ko pa nakikita yung passion ko for teaching.
All right. So, when we're talking about this, because Mike Garcia is something who works in the BPO industry. And one of the things that we were doing there is workforce management. Now, it's not a profession about teaching. However, as he moved to a different country and migrated to a different country and took his family, he eventually started to learn a passion for teaching, because what he's doing in Canada is he's teaching older people in there on how to navigate through the digital gadgets. And I've asked him, where is that passion for teaching coming from? This is something new, is something that you've experienced because of the work that we're doing, and we were deep diving to that. He was able to identify that one of the reasons why he's passionate about teaching is because when he was growing up, he saw this unfortunate children, not so well off children, on playing basketball, and he had this knack for it. He has this passion of teaching and empowering the children to do better, to respond better, and to be able to navigate through, how to be a better player, how to be a better human being and a person to be successful. So when you're thinking about passion, when you're thinking about the things that you're doing right now in your work, if you take a look at your work right now, what's one thing in there that, if that is removed, and I ask my clients this, if that activity is removed, you would suddenly, or you would start telling yourself that I want to leave this job, because that specific work or that specific experience or that specific activity that you're doing, that is something that connects with what you're passionate about. Like for me, one of the things that I love to do, and I realized, and I don't know about this when I was growing up, is the passion for teaching, because I realized how valuable it is to give people hope that the future can be better. Because I was raised in a family that were not well off. We were poor back then, coming from a family in which my slippers are all torn out. You need to be able to put some metal wires in there just to fix it and utilize it. No, a lot of these different things that we need to pay attention and reflect on. So what is it that you're passionate about, and where is this passion coming from? Where is it connected towards an experience that you have, maybe when you were in high school, in grade school, or going to college? What the things that you're doing right now, it's connected to an experience that you have. All right. So episode 4, I talk to Nino Coronel, and one of the things that we talk about here is how to respect marriage, or how to have respect in marriage, and how it needs to be a non-negotiable. A lot of marriage couple go through tough challenges, especially for men out there who has this drive to increase the lifestyle or increase the kind of lifestyle that they have and sacrificing time in the family. I want to highlight this, what Nino has shared on the value of putting respect in every relationship. Take a look at this.
I think it all starts with genuine respect, Sean, right? So if you respect your wife, the differences do not become something that puts a wedge in between your relationship. You already accept the fact that you will never be the same two people. My wife and I don't agree on music. We don't like the same food. There's, you know, change. I'm very much into sports. She's more into the arts. Um, the I like going out with people. I like hanging out with a lot of friends. She's very secluded and introverted. Hindi naman introvert, pero within just with mostly her family, right? There's a lot of differences. If you focus on those differences, you could name a lot, right? But it's a decision to focus on the things that you have in common with each other.
Yeah.
That's one, and celebrate those things. Really, if you take a look at, yun yung kadalasang nagiging reason for married couples to just, call it quits, right? That's very sad.
Heartbreak.
No? So ako nalulungkot ako if I learn of people or friends that their marriage did not work, especially if they have kids. No, it's very heartbreaking for me. Sometimes I try to talk to those people, but going back to respect that that she is her own beautiful, unique person.
All right. So respect in any relationship. Of course, Nino is married, by the way, and has kids. But I want to emphasize this on a general term about respect in any relationship, because every one of us is born, is raised differently. Of course, there are some connections towards how your parents has influenced you, how your caretakers has influenced you, but you are totally different. You have a different belief, you have a different value, you have a different attitude, you have a different behavior. Everything is different. And as you continue along building relationship with your spouse, building relationship with your children and your parents, treat them as individuals. You will not always see things eye to eye. It's very, very different. If there are certain conversations that you have that you feel irritated, triggered, or you feel angry because the other person is not able to understand you, that is because your communication, your language, your definition of the words is totally different. So I always tell my client in here that when you have a conversation with a loved one or anyone in your space, make sure that you are defining what you mean, and make sure when you define it, if the other person is responding in ways that they don't understand, clarify it. Make sure you define and clarify your conversation, because that is where a lot of tensions, a lot of frustrations, and a lot of heartaches comes in, when people don't choose to defend themselves rather than explaining, articulating, expanding what they mean so the other person understands. All right. So moving to episode 5, I talked to Robert Flores, and one of the things that we talk about in there is this is for men and also for women out there. We're talking about temptations and everything that we do, especially if you are someone who's a man or a woman that's going through their career, temptations will come in. So what is it that you need to do if you've experienced temptation so that you won't go into a lot of statistics, and where you're able to take action and eventually it's affecting you and also your relationship? Take a look at this.
Kasi yun nga, yung term na pinag-usapan, yung tukso na yan, nasa paligid yan. Para makaiwas, ang ginagawa ko, kasi aside from the fact na, sabi ko nga sa'yo before, I am, dun nga, bago ako pumunta doon, nasa church ako, may aral ako, may turo ako na kailangan stick to one ka. Pero hindi mo mawawala yung tukso sa paligid. Alam ng lahat ng lalaki yun na dapat stick to one ka lang. Lalo sa bansa natin. Alam ng lalaki yun. Kaya lang may tukso. Ang thought process ko noong mga panahon na yun, to be honest, wala namang makakahuli sa akin. Di ba? Pumasok sa isip ko yun, siyempre, wala namang makakahuli sa akin.
Yes. Oh.
Ako, pag tinanong ako, hindi naman ako aamin. Kahit anong mangyari. Kaya lang, naisip ko, pumasok sa akin nun, babae ang anak ko.
Yeah.
Si
Wonderful.
Joya
That's
na.
beautiful.
Panganay na anak ko babae. So pag ito ginawa ko, ang inisip ko ng mga panahon na yun, kung ang anak ko, siyempre mag-aasawa yan. Darating ang punto, mag-aasawa ang anak ko. Kung ang anak ko mag-asawa at yung asawa niloko, naglaro na sa isip ko kung anong pwede kong gawin doon sa asawa.
Yeah.
Diba?
Beautiful,
so,
beautiful.
Yun ang naging thought process ko ng mga panahon na yun. Na kung sakali man merong ganun, hindi mo mawala yun. Mapapatingin ka, mapapaisip ka, hindi mo mawala yun. Again, the bottom line is, think ahead, think for the future. Kung sino yung maapektuhan doon sa action na gagawin.
Yeah. Think for the future who will be affected by your actions. Yan yung sabi ni Robert, and I so value that, because in everything that we do, at times we don't think about the consequences of our actions. Highlighting ko to, especially for those of you who's going through some, these temptations. Hindi naman nawawala yan eh. Temptations is there for men and women. Laging may temptations yan. People would highlight it that most of the time it's focused on men, but women also go through that kind of experience. But as you are intentional about the kind of actions and the kind of impact it has on you, and at times, di ba, hindi mo naman iisip that it has an impact on you eh. But the impact in there is the next generation. So every action that you take, every move you make, every step you take, yan, kanta na yan, watch yourself. Watch how it will impact the next generation, how it will impact your kids. Because as you do that, as you plant that seed to your children, as you plant the seed with other people, you will reap that. Your children will reap that. You might not experience that, but again, you have kids who will also experience that and will also go through some tough challenges. So make sure when you go through that, take a look at it. Make an assessment. If I do this, what would happen? If I take action at this, what would happen? So that okay, if I do X, this will happen to me. So ask yourself every time you take action, how will this affect the future generations? How will this affect my future kids? If wala ka pa kayong anak, how will this affect my children as they grow in age? All right? Episode number 6, I talked to BJ Aurelio, and one of the things that he highlighted and shared towards that is really understanding the value of protecting yourself, because this is something that not a lot of us really focus our attention on, because we have BL and sick leaves anyway. But there's value in protecting who you are, and I want to share to you my conversation with him and how you can learn from him, because he's gone through some tough times as well. He's currently in recovery mode in his health, but I want to share to you the value of the wisdom that he's be sharing to you tonight. Take a look at this.
I guess the biggest one is sleep is very valuable. It's not something you can forgo. I guess that's the root of all sickness, if I may say. It's really important to get enough sleep and enough rest. I learned this a little bit late. Work is work. It's gonna be there regardless if you finish it or not. But tomorrow you can pick up where you left off. That's really important to understand. Kasi there were times in my career that particularly dun sa ating common company before, Shaun, there were 2-3 days in a week that I literally do not sleep. I tried to finish everything. You know how many accounts I was taking care of back then, right? So I had to take care of all those things. And what's funny about it is that I make it seem like it's easy. A lot of people say, "Dali yung trabaho mo ah." They don't know in the background time it's taking way too much effort than is expected of me. And it took its toll on my health. And one thing that I forgot about was to listen to my body. it's really important to listen to your body because it's gonna tell you if it's aching. Sometimes it's so the signals are too faint for you to realize it.
Yeah.
Hence the checkups are really gonna help yung mga doctors' blood works. Kasi particularly when you reach the age of 35 and above, you're gonna need to have regular checkups na kasi nga, you're not as strong as you were 10 years ago, 5
Yeah.
years ago. Kasi before, ay, walang tulugan. Particularly in transition, Monday to yung Sunday to Monday or Monday going on the night shift, di ba
Yeah.
nagbabagong tao ng schedule,
Mm-mm.
And you don't really get to realize na, okay, that's bad. You don't sleep continuously in trabaho. It's not healthy. You may be able to do it now, but it's gonna hurt you in the long run. That's really important to understand. Tapos, lots of water. Nako, I neglected that part. And eating yung bad habits, tsaka yung mga vices, paninigarilyo, tsaka yung
Inom.
pag-inom. Oh, grabe. Alam mo yan, Sean. So, it's really important for people to know na if you wanna don't overdo anything. You have to have that level of balance, lahat in moderation.
All right. So critical aspect in there, and I've gone through some tough times as well, and it's tough to be able to put your heart and soul and attention towards the work that you do because you want to create a better lifestyle for your family. But that has a significant toll on you. You know what BJ shared a while ago is sleep, your water intake, and the food that you eat as well is very critical aspect of it. And this, coming from a generation or a world right now in which things are fast, needs to be fast, it's affecting the way that we are also digesting things and eating things. And the crucial part here, and I want to highlight what BJ shared, is the value of putting yourself first. Ikaw muna. It will eventually haunt you in the future if you don't take care of your body, if you don't take care of the way that what you eat. It will affect you. He's experiencing that right now. The abuse that he had with eating foods, smoking, drinking, and all of these different things. But if you still have time, if you are not yet drinking maintenance drugs, and you don't feel yet that impact in you as you age, you can start making the change. You don't need to go through the same experience that they have because it's not a good experience. I've known other people as well who have gone through some tough times because they put so much time in their work that they lose sight of who they are. So take a look at this, reflect on how are you currently keeping yourself healthy. Like, what are the things that you're eating right now? Are those things that you're consuming? When I say consuming, everything from what you watch, the environment that you're in, the intake that you have, how is that currently affecting the way you feel about yourself and also the way that you see things? Because the food that you're eating becomes you. So be intentional with that. Be intentional of what you consume. And if you feel that, currently when you eat this is something that you feel right now, make the necessary shift, make the necessary change. All right. So we're gonna go on a quick break. Thank you everyone for joining us, Coach Glacy, Coach Tin, Coach Alian, and Coach Wamelin. Thank you for joining us. Maraming salamat. We're gonna take a short break, and after the break, I'm gonna continue along sharing with you the remaining 6 wisdom for my guests for season 2 of Integrate, and we'll share to you the wisdom wheel mental model on how you can utilize all of the wisdom that was shared here so that you can solve complex problem in a simple way. We'll be back shortly.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag and drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag and drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.
We are back for the second part of the 13th episode of Season 2 of Integrate, brought to you by Decap Cup Republic, the coaching hub of Life Coach Philippines, and a home of professional certified CACC life coaches. Meet our coaching tribe at Decap Cup Republic, located Pioneer Center compound along Pioneer Road, corner of Brixton and United Streets in Capitolio, Pasig City. You may come for dine-in or visit our coaching services from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on a Saturday to Thursday. You may also join our community nights event happening daily from 7:30 p.m. onwards. Join me tomorrow for Comfy Sundays for Life, where I teach about creativity. And one of the things that we need if we want to be able to solve complex problem is really simplifying it. And creativity allows you to simplify it because you gain more knowledge and utilize the knowledge that you have right now and leveraging on it and utilizing it to solve complex problems. So join me tomorrow for Comfy Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Every Monday, Nurturing Monday, Walk Along with Coach Tin talks about how you can increase and develop your communication IQ. I realize the value of really defining and really understanding how your communication is and how that equates to a meaning, because when you're able to define what you're saying, it allows the other person to understand you while you understanding yourself. So that's going to be on Monday with Coach Tin. Group Tuesday is all about habits with Master Coach Jasmine. She shares to you how you can create new habits to, remove those outdated habits that you have, those habits that are no longer serving you. As you continue to develop these new habits, you're able to fulfill the goals and achieve your dreams as you go along. Purpose Wednesday, Away in a Day with Coach Rizal, talks about purpose for those of you who wants to, or you are in the journey of currently finding where you want to go, where you want to head into, and what are the things you really want to do in life. Have a conversation with Coach Rizal every Wednesday. Strengthening Thursdays with Master Coach A and Coaching for the Soul. If you are someone who wants to heal your soul and have a deeper connection to your emotional health, I tell you, I've been enjoying this since 2018 and it's helped me out really have a deeper understanding and being more appreciative of my emotions. So join her for Coaching for the Soul. And Fab Thursday this evening, it was Coach Orville who took the stage and really allowed just people to start expressing themselves in songs or spoken words. So join us every single day with the exception of a Friday. We're closed on a Friday. For this event, it's a free event. You don't have to pay for it, but just bless the space as you utilize the space to enjoy our time. Our coaching hub is also an events place and a venue of choice of face-to-face classes and training and private functions. Just connect with Coach Rosel at 0917-586-1661 for inquiry and reservations assistance. Now, if you're one person who desires to experience transformations in the area of health, wealth, and relationship, then I invite you to join us inside Be Learning Society as the one of the mental model collectors with full access pass to the Mental Model Masterclass by Master Coach A that is exclusive for Be Learning Society members only. The Be Learning Society is a night maker of the Be Learning Home for mental fitness, and what we are doing here is a passion project of Master Coach A, and our intention is to build a facility for you and me to develop mental fitness. Mental fitness is our ability to be able to navigate through life adversity in a positive way. When we are mentally fit, we're able to decide properly and not just utilize our emotions to respond. We're able to integrate our the way that we think and the way that we feel so that we can respond better. Join us this coming Monday at 7:30 p.m. for Positive Feedback Loop mental model. If you are someone who wants to really have a deeper understanding and get that positive feedback, I realize how valuable feedback is, and when you know how to utilize it and take it to your full advantage, it will just allow you to respond in better ways as you go along. Of course, and if you take advantage of the Be Learning Society, you get on top of the food and beverage discount you will enjoy, you will also get the benefit of a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. TikTok Broadcast is powered by Rise Up Creative Worldwide, the social commerce turnkey solution provider that helps entrepreneurs and business owners to leverage the power of content marketing to provide value, improve engagement, and increase revenue with the investment of 5 minutes every single day. Visit www.riseupcreative.com to learn the benefits of a lifetime members like me and discover how you can rise up and be creative in growing your business. Welcome back to the show. I am continuing to share with you the highlights of the past episodes of Integrate. Let's continue with episode 7 with Fed Castro as I talk about why asking for help is a sign of strength. Sabi nila, di ba, asking for help is a sign of weakness. I tell you, it's a sign of strength because not a lot of people are openly able to seek support in this area. Let's watch.
Nagkaroon ako ng very difficult client, performance and relationship-wise. So, dumating na sa point na nahirapan ako sa bahay kasi nga yung mga problema ko sa trabaho, since frustrated ako doon, pagka-uwi mo, people think na magre-rest ka lang, tutulog ka. That's not true. Kasi ang hirap, pumapasok pa rin sa isip mo yung trabaho mo, and then it's affecting the people that's surrounding you. How did I get out of that? Kasi it's a vicious cycle. You need to fix one to fix the other. Right? Diba? Para ma-fix. Kung ang root cause ng problema mo is hindi pwedeng firefighting. So, kung ang root cause ng problema mo is frustrations at work, then you need to apply yourself at work, diba? Learn what you need to fix, drive for a solution so that you'll be able to fix things with your family, diba? So ako, I was very lucky to have had colleagues in that campaign come in who made me realize that that they're there to help. Isang team kami talaga. These are people who came from different organizations who got assigned to that program. And up until now, we still talk, we still meet up. Alam mo, nag-uusap-usap kami about ideas. And having that core team and people behind your back na alam mong sasalo sa'yo, that made a whole lot of difference. We all shared the same values, we all shared the same beliefs, we all shared the same objectives. We were all open for criticism, peer-to-peer coaching, ideas so that we can meet our objective. Kasi yun yung gusto namin tahakin na landas, di ba? So hindi naman pwedeng isang tao lang yung tama. All of us need to contribute to a common solution and then move with that solution towards our objective. So again, I was blessed to have that environment, people that I could openly talk with on ideas, who share the same values and beliefs as me. Kaya kami nakapag-overcome nun. nung problema namin na yun. And in the long run, 'di ba, we were able to build a genuine relationship with each other and solve problems along the way.
Yeah, the value of you having people that you can trust and really depend on. I've learned this time and again, one of the reasons why a lot of people are very successful in the things that they do, because they reach out and say, I cannot do it this anymore. I'm super exhausted. I'm super overwhelmed with a lot of different things. So, diba? So super overwhelming that you don't know what to do anymore because it's triggering some trauma that you've experienced in there. And I tell you, one of the things that Master Coach has taught us is to be in a space where you are celebrated but not tolerated. Because that one, when you know you are in a space in which you can be vulnerable and seek help and gain wisdom from them, you also give that back in return. And think about the space that you're occupying right now. Think about the people that you're having a conversation with every single day. Are these people really there to help you, to support you? And if they're there to support you, how are you also giving back that support to them? What are the things that your skill, your talents, or even your knowledge in there that you can continue to share with them? Because simple things, sometimes we feel that it's not valuable, but I tell you, the most simple things that we've experienced and the most simple things that we have ideas upon can really transform someone else's life. So continue sharing those, engaging with other people and finding that space in there for you to be successful. All right. Going on to episode number 8, I talk about to why, or Michael Gaba, and we talk about, I've asked him why the importance, and he highlighted this importance of stepping back and reflecting on the works as a parent. As a parent, there are a lot of things that we're doing right now that we're not intentional on how it influencing our children. So get to hear from him on how stepping back really helped them towards being a better father.
So when I was at a point that it was really, really hard to balance, I took a step back, tried to assess what's going on. And
Yeah.
I think what really helped is for me accepting the fact that this is not something that I can do alone. So I took a step back. I initially talked to my wife about it. I explained what the demands are in the office, how stress is eating me out. Um, so that's number one. I think that's the first key to getting some light at the end of the tunnel. That my wife understood exactly what's going on, how
Yeah.
it's affecting me, how it's affecting the relationship with my kids. Because sometimes we find ourselves na because I'm just too tired, I wanna get things over. Na there are situations na parang napagalitan ko na lang yung anak ko. But in
Yeah.
fact, I should really be explaining why this scenario is something that should not happen and whatnot, right? I just went straight to the point na parang this is no. And I just got mad. And I don't think that's fair to the kids. Kasi they're gonna try
Yeah.
to learn what's going on, right? And what I've shown them is parang they're just gonna be afraid of me. So
Yeah.
that's one of the consequences. So yun, first thing is I spoke to my wife about it, let her know what's going on, help her understand what I'm feeling as well. That was really, I think, one of the turning points that helped me get better control of what's going on.
All right. So, there's a power of reflection in everything that we're doing. One of the things that I've learned from Master Coach A is the triple A: awareness, acknowledgement, and action. You need to be aware of the behaviors that you have, the way that you see things, the way that you're processing things, because awareness puts you in a space to start reflecting on how your behaviors is influencing your children. A lot of people have gone through some tough times with their children because they feel that they've given everything that the children needs, but is that really what they're learning from you? Be more intentional with that. Take a look at how you're currently responding to your children. Are you responding in ways that you are educating them? Because if that is the intention that you have of educating them rather than just punishing them, then the experience is a lot better. They are more equipped, they are more empowered to take advantage of what they've learned, and they're also more motivated to learn and really change the way that they see themselves. All right, so focus on that, be intentional. How these behaviors affecting or influencing your children? All right, episode number 9, I talked to Brian Hoxon, and one of the things that we've shared is the value of really putting yourself in which you are saying no to others and finally saying yes to you. A lot of people gone through the stage in their career where they are a yes man. They say yes to everything, but unfortunately, it eats them. In the process, and puts them in a space of exhaustion. So watch this video from Bry as he talks about saying yes to yourself.
Honestly, I was a yes man during the early years of my in workforce. Yes na lang, yes. Yes, boss. Yeah, okay, boss. Yes. Then, it got to an habit. It got into the habit of, just, going by the day and just saying yes every day.
Yeah.
And then eventually you realize then you're just dumbed down already. You're not progressing anymore. You're not learning anything. It becomes robotic. Yun yung nagiging problem. I came to that point and realized na, hey, yes na pala ako ng yes, pero sabi ko sa sarili ko, kailan ako nag-yes sa sarili ko? Wala na pala. Wala na pala akong yes at time sa sarili ko. So, doon ako I turned it around from there and, learn to say, I guess, no sometimes. Kasi, diba, hindi naman tayo pwede yes ng yes parati. You have to say, for example, if there's a specific request or deliverable that you really can't commit on the specific date, then give a reasonable timeline, based on what your capacity is on doing the deliverable.
You cannot give what you don't have. That's something that we need to start reminding ourselves of the things that's happening in our life right now. Because as we continue to just saying yes to everything, you're failing to say yes to yourself. And as I've said a while ago, your health is the first thing that we need to pay attention on. If you are someone or someone asking you, your boss is asking you to deliver some, urgent or important things in their life, set expectations. Our bosses are very reasonable. And if your boss is not reasonable, then make a decision on how to move forward, because we cannot control our environment. The only thing that we can control is ourselves. And as you continue to control and getting back the driver's seat of your life, then the decisions that you make about your life will be more directed towards an experience that you have. All right. Episode number 10, I talked to Ryan Del Mundo, and one of the things that he highlighted is the value of taking a break, because break is something that we all need. We are human beings, and as we continue along and taking care of ourselves, it's also allowing us to take care of other people and also our family. Watch this video or my interview with him.
Siguro nowadays, with the new normal that we have, we need to be able to integrate or maybe embrace the changes. You've mentioned earlier about mental health. If you need to take a break, take a break. Diba? And I tell that to my guys as well. If you need to take a break, endorse what you need to do, or let me know how can I help you out para makapag-break ka muna. Because everyone needs that, especially if we're working remotely, or at least napaka-fast-paced ng buhay ngayon. We are more productive than ever. We're working more than 12 hours every day. So if you need to take a breather, then take a breather. Kasi if not, then you're gonna get burned. Kailangan siguro. We need to remind ourselves, even our boss, ang mga boss natin, remind din natin sila na if I start my day, a typical day ko, it starts at around 4, diba? Pagka may mga meeting na paisa-isa, na around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock ng gabi, sige, kung one time lang, okay lang. Pero pag nakita mo na dalas na, go set that one-on-one coaching sa kanya. Yung ikaw mismo, be upfront, sabi mo, this doesn't work for me. So pili ka, hindi ko isusupport yung mga pang-umaga kong program dahil gusto mo mag-meeting ng gabi. Or, 'di ba? Or leave me alone, ikaw mag-adjust, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi it's hindi pwedeng, but you have to, others would say that you have to be flexible. Sure, pero wag araw-araw. 'Di ba? Wag
Mm.
yung every now, every parang apat na beses sa loob ng isang linggo may pa-meeting ka na 11:00 ng gabi. Hindi naman tama 'yon. Kasi gigising pa ako 'di ba? I mean, okay lang kung alam mo yun. So, basta ganun. Meron siyang limit.
Boundary.
Meron siyang limit.
May
I'm not gonna
boundary.
I'm not gonna be close-minded about the opportunities that you need to be flexible, but it can't be every time.
Yan. Honesty is the best policy, but don't overgo or extend over your boundaries, because your health is wealth. A lot of people in the workplace right now continue to put their time and effort towards the work that they do, but I tell you, your work will not end. It's a never ending journey cycle that you need to do, and if you continue to give yourself while not giving time for what your needs are in your health, in your relationship, and it's going to put you towards an experience that you will not be joyful anymore. And I think that's something that we need to start being mindful about. We need to start really being cautious about how we're putting in our time, because your time, that it's finite. Every one of us have 24 hours a day. So imagine if you're putting in 16 hours, 18 hours of your life in your work, then you're losing the most critical aspect of why you're working in the first place. You're working because of your relationship. You work because of your family. So take a look at that. Have a moment. If you're working long hours currently, which area of your life is currently being affected of you extending your work? Take a break as you need to. Have a conversation. Be honest with your boss. And if your boss is unreasonable, I tell you, let's have a conversation. Let me help you out so you can navigate through and how it can help you towards your journey. All right. My next guest is in episode number 11 is Heels Sanchez. And one of the things that he shared is what are the tips that he can share to you for you to succeed in your life. Watch this.
Una, you always need to know your purpose or your goal. That's important. I always live to my with my goals. So I'm here because I was able to set to stone kung ano yung plan ko. So there might be some deviations, but pwede kang laging bumalik sa default mo, which is your goal. Second, be mature.
Yeah.
Always think uh, think about the people around you, kasi they will be there to help you. They will be your support system to uplift you kung kailangan mo. When you're down, if you need something, you have to have those people in support system. Kaya yung maturity important, kasi they know na they can also lean on you when they need you. Third is be adaptive or open to changes. Try to be innovate. Ganon. Kasi yung goal mo kanina, as I mentioned, kung talagang kung yun lang talaga yung goal mo lagi, hindi ka open for changes, then you'll have a hard time reaching your goal. So you need to be nimble. You need to be someone who can adapt. So,
yan. Purpose, goal. Your goal, support system, and being adaptive. These are the things that if you want to bring success in your life, have that support system and have a clear set of goals that you want to achieve. And have a growth mindset. Growth mindset really helps you out. There will be times that you feel that you're someone who is not the so intelligent person in the room, which is totally fine. If you continuously have a growth mindset, it would just empower you to be a better person. And I tell you, on the top, when you move on to be in an executive level role, the support system is a critical aspect in there, because there's a lot of thinking process that you need in there. There's a lot of creative work and so a lot of innovation that is required. So having the support system, having a clear goal, and having an adaptive mindset or a growth mindset will enable you to move forward. So take a look at the mindset that you have right now. Take a look at the results that you have right now. Is it yielding what you want? Else, what are the 3 or 5 things that's influencing or limiting you from achieving the success that you want in your life? And finally, my episode 12 with Albert Castillo or MG, we talk about that, in everything that we do, in our experiences, we have different stories. The value of sharing stories and opening out that with other people really paves a way for you to have a meaningful and fulfilling life, and allowing others as well to learn from you and you learning from others as well. Watch this video from Albert as he talks about the power of being open.
Siyempre, every individual have different stories to tell, no? And
Yeah.
having this experience with you guys, it's about me, being open. Kasi syempre we as males, 'di ba? Medyo hindi tayo medyo open magkwento eh, 'di ba? We really
Yes.
choose people kung kanino tayo magsasabi, no? And having this kind of experience, integrating myself, parang you're trying to, go out of your comfort zone, going outside of your own box. Kasi nga, 'di ba,
Yeah.
minsan namimili nga lang tayo ng mga taong pinagsasabihan natin. But as you go along and having this kind of experience, integrating ko ano man yung meron dito, 'di ba? You're going to learn, an experience something like that you can go ahead and, add on to your story. Di ba? Yun yung
Yes.
talaga yun. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. So that one, there is really value on the stories that you have and the experiences that you have. Integration is something that we need to constantly do, because that one will outwit. It's gonna start at outwitting the problems, utilizing wisdom. And um, when we're solving problems, most common than not, what we do is we take a look at our individual problem and we start providing individual solutions. And this one, it's unfortunate because it limits your perspective. It limits your ability to take a look at different things. When you are solving a problem, the best path for you is to learn from other people, and that's the intention of integrate. And my show for the last 2 seasons is to share with you wisdom, share with you knowledge, share with you ideas that you can use, and integrate all of these things in your experiences as well, and where you're at right now, to make a better decision. You see, the wisdom wheel mental model that will allow you to really be successful in your work and your life is not a straight line. It requires for you to understand your individual problem, take a look at a universal problem that's similar to you, then find a universal solution that is, near or within whatever the problem that you're experiencing right now, and finally solving that individual problem that you have. And that starts with really getting or gaining knowledge. Gain knowledge. Whatever you do, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, make sure that you're intentional to gain knowledge with other people, gain knowledge from the things that you watch, gain knowledge from the things that you consume, because this will allow you to really be apart from the rest of the people who's going through some tough times and just choosing to solve their problem of their own. You don't have to do things on your own. There are uh, be, uh, proven principles that you can use, which is I'm sharing with you right now, is the wisdom wheel mental model, that you can literally face any problem and you can solve it in just a step process. So I'm going to share to you 6-step process that you can start utilizing. And when you need support going through this process, just let me know and I'll help you out in your journey. So the 6th step is very simple. If you are experiencing a problem, first is to log your specific problem as they happen, because that is an individual problem that you have. Step number 2 is to categorize this problem of what type of problem it is. Is it a personal problem? Is it a work related problem? Is it a health? Is it your money? Is it your growth? and all of these different things. Step number 3 is identify the root cause. Right? What is the root cause of the problem? I mean, at the end of the day, all of the problems that we have are universal. Every one of us have experienced this already. Have a deeper understanding with that and talk to people or gain knowledge from other people. Step number 4 is tap into proven solutions. Proven solutions is what I've shared to you, I've highlighted to you. And if you want to watch proven solutions from the other men who have gone through adversity, watch the uh, episodes that I have in here at TikTok broadcast. You will get a lot of solutions in there. Step number 5 is choose a plan. Individual solution is something that you can do on creating a plan. And if you need help and support in there, let me know. I'll be happy to help you out in your journey. And lastly, step number 6 is implement your plan. This is where a life coach will be a valuable resource for you as you start choosing a plan and implementing a plan, because it clarifies the way that you see things, it clarifies your options, and it also clarifies your goal. The clearer your goal is, the clearer your problem is. That's already half of the problem solved. Thank you for joining me and supporting me here at Integrate. Maraming salamat. I hope you've learned something from this special episode 13 of Integrate Season 2. And thank you for joining me live. If you've got some wisdom in here, if you've got some nuggets in here, you know, share this video. Please leave a comment in there and share your insight and thoughts. I would appreciate that. Don't keep us a secret as we continue helping other people gain wisdom in there, utilizing this show, utilizing this platform, and we will serve more people in the digital space. And as I close, maraming salamat. This is the final episode of Season 2. I'd like to speak to all of the dads and the fathers in there who are unsung heroes of the global workforce. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for standing up. Thank you for fighting for your space and your purpose. You are not alone. I've shared to you, different men who've gone through adversities. They have a similar experience as you. And my hope is you would be able to catch us and watch this video and gain wisdom. This is on this side of the digital space, are real people like us who are journeying with you. We are available. Help is available for you. And strongly, I invite you to embark on the journey of becoming a coaching entrepreneur. And together, let's make change possible. Life Coach Philippines offer a co-active co-create life coach certification program with 40 CPD credit units. CACC course includes a 21-day web-based learning and with a lifetime access, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day live virtual business bootcamp with senior coaching team. The program package also comes with a done-for-you coaching program and many other bonuses, and the coaching professionals to jumpstart the second faster growing industry in this world. Life coaching is a 21st century learning experience that is empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains, thereby increasing their relevance in an increasingly complex workplace and dynamic business environment. Call Coach Rizal now at 0917-586-1661 to join the live coaching bootcamp on November 12, 19, and 26. Currently, this October, we're helping out batch 10, and then they're doing great so far. They're done with day 2. We're transitioning next week to day 3. And join us. This is a miracle profession. I will tell you, this will change your life. Once again, thank you for watching all of the shows hosted here at TikTok Broadcast. Please follow, subscribe, and engage in the social media accounts at TikTok_TV on Twitter and Instagram, and TikTok Broadcast on YouTube. And give us a review. For partnership and collaboration, please connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661. See you in Season 3 here at TikTok Broadcast as we continue to serve you beyond borders. Your one coaching thought is from Carl Jung, whatever you pronounce it. He said that wholeness is not achieved by cutting off a portion of one's being, but integration of the contraries. I tell you, if you want to live a meaningful and fulfilling life, you don't need to forget the past. You don't need to forget the past. You don't need to forget the past. You just need to utilize it to integrate the bad with the good, utilize the learnings from it, get the wisdom in it, and learn models for you to overcome your life. You don't need to suffer alone. Help is available. We are here to help you. We are here to support you. You just need to integrate all of these contraries and finally living the life that you deserve. We deserve to be joyful. We deserve to be happy. And as you continue to be grateful about the things that you have, it allows you to shift perspective, to take a look at the good and appreciate the bad. Love heals, safety saves. Be inspired for change. My show Integrate is to rally all of the men out there to rise up and lead the charge for change. Maraming salamat for all of those who have gone through the journey and share their wisdom in here. To all of my guests, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate all your time, your wisdom. It's time for us to continuously ignite the mental abilities of the heart of men. And that's what I'm doing right now, to start healing. Everyone to start healing from their past by teaching valuable lessons of life so that they can integrate their mind, their soul, and spirit, and finally live, love, laugh, learn, and live a legacy. This is us in the Philippines. Coaches like us think and talk like this. This is Coach Shaun de Joya, broadcasting beyond the borders to advance life coaching worldwide. Maraming salamat. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. We'll see you on season 3. Have a great, great, great night. Bye-bye.